You've gone through all your loot, you've sorted it out, but you're still within the castle. What would you like to do now?
Well, my character has been, now that things have, I guess, calmed down, the castle and such, I think my character would like to, I don't know, see even research or just, well, I don't know if he'd be able to do that from the castle, but just basically just kind of figure out how to get his fancy smancy gloves of missile snaring and get that thing, get the enchantment transfer over to a shield.
Do you want to test them out, see if they work?
I feel uncomfortable in trying to make sure that they work in this kind of environment. Well, actually, I suppose this is a very nice, safe,
controlled environment.
Yes, this is a nice, safe and controlled environment.
Meanwhile, Salem is just sitting there on this stack of like gems and stuff and like gold that she's just been counting and meticulously like labeling and numbering and organizing and reorganizing and just going a little bit full dragonborn and just counting it, stroking it lovingly.
So
the shiny things.
So what's the final tally, oh fearless treasurer?
She turns around, kind of like gives like a weird hissing noise before she catches herself.
Okay,
like,
okay.
I'm sorry, I don't know what came over me. Hold on, and she reaches into her pocket. I say as an excuse for me to go look at the document itself.
Yeah, I've got the document open as well. I just figured that it would be more suitable for
she counts off. She goes to document. After everything I have handed out and passed out for your individual use, there is we have 110 platinum, 2,220 gold, 14,000 silver, and 200 copper, along with 2 jet, 1 spinal, and 2 tourmaline, and an extra quiver that does actually nothing. It's just a normal quiver.
That's
marvelous, isn't it?
She's
just gonna stroke toward.
That's me choking in character, by the way, not out of character. I'm actually perfectly fine. But yeah, just choking. Like a lot of money. We all managed to get a little bit of spending cash for ourselves, but oh wow.
This is after handing out some to you guys, by the way.
Oh, well, I was thinking that maybe it would be a good idea. Well, have you taken the tour of the castle yet? I've been spending the last couple of days walking through, inspecting the nooks and crannies, and I've got a couple of things to say about this place.
Salem kind of looks at the castle, and then to the horde, and then the castle, and goes, you know, thinking about it, I've kind of been just here most of the time.
Well, it's a bit of a shithole.
Oh.
The castle's in some serious structural disrepair. There's holes all over the walls. Some of the towers look like they're nearly inaccessible. The vineyard has been dried out for season after season now. Whoever owned this place beforehand definitely did not take good care of it. And, well...
Oh my god.
That's a lot of money.
Yes, and Salem turns around and looks and just witnesses Brock firing a stick at Jitterbro.
This is dumb.
Carry on, carry on.
You do this to yourselves.
Okay then. Salem is smiling and waving, but secretly she's judging. She goes and looks at her horde and back at the castle, and there's like a brick as she looks just like on a wall, like 3 feet away from her, and a brick just like falls out and crumbles away from it.
So
And she just. Yeah, I get your point. I think this isn't a good place to store the precious shiny things yet here.
No. Well, the point would be that we spend the precious shiny things to make this place worthy of storing the precious shiny things.
She just kind of puts a hand on her chin. That does make sense.
And we also, well, I know that Twinkie is looking for some money that he could use as part of a bit of upstart capital for his new restaurant business.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't Mr. Blueberry say he was going to cover that?
Yeah, but it would be very polite of us if we at least tried to participate in the process. And then, of course, there's the vineyard, which I can certainly think of a couple of people, especially over in that vacation town that we just came from of Vanet, who would enjoy a couple of sweet libations.
Oh, you mean the friendship juice?
Yes, Salem, the friendship juice.
Yay! And then she just smiles, like, let's do it then. Because the one thing that will get over her greed, her innate bloodline, born genetically just hard-coded greed is the power of friendship.
Your genetic predisposition towards greed.
Yes.
But the best part about this is that if we turn this place into some sort of business, or perhaps a trading post in these mountains, we could make very, very large amounts of money. And have very, very many friends coming through here.
She's just flailing at this point. Yes! Let's do it!
Welcome to the session, then.
Oh, man.
What time?
Welcome.
Jesus Christ.
So,
this thing that's happening in the background is amazing.
Meanwhile, in the background.
Meanwhile, in the background, I guess we should probably shift focus over to what's happening in Rock here.
Alright. So, this second arrow knocks it on the bow, pulls it back, ting, starts heading straight for Jenipro. Whew. Jenipro snatches it out of the air with a lot more dexterity than he expected to. It's like maybe about a centimeter from his face when he catches it.
See, you wouldn't have been able to do that if it was a stick.
Mr. G,
Wow,
that
that was amazing catch.
I would have
Jennifer.
appreciated if you aimed it for a little bit, in a place a little bit less vital.
I hate to break it to you, Mr. Wingar, but if he were to aim lower, you'd probably be having a bad time.
He's got a point.
You'd
And
rather
so
have
does
me
he.
aim a
That's when it
little
brought-
bit lower then?
Maybe towards my shoulders.
You'll be alright.
Uh,
See, you caught it.
yeah.
You're good.
Yeah. This seems great. Now I still gonna.
Best 2 out of 3.
No. I think I'm perfectly fine. I'm perfectly fine.
It's still only a theory.
I'm perfect. You know what? I think it's best. I think it's perfect. It's best for me to, find out if I can transfer this over. That's when we should actually do some real proper testing.
I mean, Kirby, to be fair, drawing and sheathing a weapon is considered a bonus action, right, Archer?
No.
No, it's not. You
You're
get it for
allowed
free.
to interact with one object freely, yes.
So basically,
But only
you'd be
one
able
object.
to sheath your weapon at whatever you need to, and then just use the gloves.
Yeah, Kirby, didn't you take a Tavern Brawler at 4 as the feat?
Yes.
That means you don't have something in your hands.
Well, I mean, it's. Wait, I forgot. Was I forgot if Archer had said that was fair game there.
Yeah, if you're fighting with your bare fists, Like,
But
if you're
things,
punching
if I have one free hand and the other
yeah, if you have one free hand, that's fine.
Okay,
And
all
you'll
right.
have one free
You-
hand because you're tavern brawling.
Yes. So if you've got the shield and the punching people, you can still catch missiles.
Okay.
Yeah. That was the entire onus for why we had this long, like, week-long discussion about who
Yes.
should get the gloves of missile snaring, and it turned out it should
Yes.
be Jinipro.
Yes.
I already get it.
Hey, wait.
With
So
my
I have a
claws,
question. What if we
Mhm.
throw? What if we throw Twinkie at Jenna Pro? Does that count as a missile?
Yes.
I mean,
Yes.
Let's try
You,
it.
can we
Yes.
test this?
No.
Come here.
We can test
I,
this.
Greg, give me a hand.
I want there to be a check for this.
All right. Who would like to throw Twinkie at Jinipro?
I would prefer not to.
Okay, Rookie, come give me a hand.
Oh man,
What are you?
I need two
what
people
are
to
you-
throw the gnome.
What
All
are you guys
right.
doing?
So Rookie
Prepare
or
yourself,
Rogue,
Pro.
one of you roll me athletics with advantage. All right.
Okay.
So Rookie and Brock walk up to Twinkie, and they're like, they look at each other, look at Twinkie, count down, 3, 2, 1, lift him up. Vroom! Twinkie goes flying at Jinipro. All right, Rogue, roll me. Actually, no, Twinkie, roll me 1d10 plus your strength modifier.
How do I do that? R.
Just roll me a strength check.
It's
No,
it looks
just roll me a
like
strength.
when he is
Okay.
thrown, it looks exactly like that image you have for your icon for this character.
So let's see.
No, that's a decent.
That's
So-
a strength.
Yeah, no, that's fine, that's fine. I told him to roll a strength check.
Oh, okay.
So, what this is going to translate to is 9 points of damage. Jinipro reaches up, catches Twinkie a little bit, but Twinkie's pointy hat still slams into his chest. And Jinipro's knocked back a bit, but he is now hanging on to Twinkie.
Oh,
I'm
my.
Hey, you still caught him.
I'm not sure why you did that, but okay.
Yeah, I think I run over and give him the old reassuring pat on the ass. Oh wow. That might have been the best throw that I've seen happen to Mr. Twinkie here.
Yeah.
My hat! Look what you did to my hat!
Mr. Twinkie, we have more starch for you to use in the laying around. I'm sure it'll be fine.
I mean, I can kind of instantly clean it.
Well,
Just dusts Twinkie off.
Just touches it and it turns back to normal.
I mean, yeah, that is what prestidigitation does. You can instantly clean or soil an object no larger than 1 cubic foot.
No, wait, please. Before you do that, can you clean this piss-filled sock that I grabbed off the ground earlier?
The one that's
you still have that?
this
Mr.
entire time.
Mr. Twinkie,
Whole backpack.
Mr. Twinkie, have you been holding onto that this entire time?
Yes.
In
Of
that
course I
state?
have. It's valuable ammo.
No, I mean in that state.
Salem,
Is there something wrong with that?
Salem snaps her fingers, and I don't know how you would clean a piss-filled. She cleans it, but then the piss on the inside instantly just starts soaking through the sock again.
Yeah, that's what would happen. Unless you...
Unless you empty that thing out.
Oh my god.
This is fun.
Maybe have her prestidigitation all the stuff in your bag instead.
But it'll just get dirty again.
Twinkie's bag just smells terrible.
We're going.
And when he opened up his bag to pull it out, the smell just
that was me.
wafted, and now all of you are just smelling that.
Oh wow!
Mr. Twinkie.
Really bad.
I'm gonna have to dull the senses a bit.
Constitution! Everybody roll Constitution!
The smell is so bad
Oh.
that Jinapro gets dizzy. Looks like he's about to pass out.
I'm just not.
Salem is also getting dizzy from the spell. From the smell, not the smell.
like a
Brock is perfectly fine.
This
though.
is
That-
nothing
that'll-
in my country.
Oh no!
Oh, I'm just gonna be a sympathy spear over here.
Timothy
If you don't
actually
mind.
faints. Timothy's just down on the ground. Rookie is bothered by the smell, but standing.
That's right. I got enough level 3
You
stuff.
gotta remember, I'm a monk. Doesn't have a lot of money. Nothing like this bothers me.
This is terrible. Oh,
Does anyone have like an extra bag or something we can put this in? I'm not putting it in the bag of holding.
That's the only place where it won't be stinky.
No, it'll get on everything we put in there.
No. We can use it as a torture device. We gotta put a sock in there. Throw someone else in there.
Put it in the dungeon.
Put it in the dungeon.
But it.
That might be for the best.
You're gonna
Yeah,
have
let's put it in the dungeon.
No, you're gonna have to convince me to put that in the dungeon.
Think of it this way, Mr. Twinkie. If you put it in the dungeon, then it can be used against our enemies. Yeah!
Mr. Trinket, it could possibly be fermented to be a much more potent item to
Yes,
use against
that!
our foes.
Keep it away from my wine.
You can ferment it. Yes, that's how it works.
We're having a
Keep it away from
discussion
my
about
wine.
how best to ferment piss.
You know what?
inside.
Fuck it. I have a +9 persuasion.
Not today.
Hey, it's still a 10 +9. Okay,
But it's a natural failure.
it's still a 10.
Oh my god. Hey, get the low ones out of the way.
How would you like to respond to this natural 1 but a 10, Twinkie?
Twinkie does not even hear anything she says. He just blows it off like it's nothing.
All you hear is fermented piss, and you're like, yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
Sounds like a good idea.
I guess if you're going to hold on to it, please put it back in your bag, and then close that.
Oh, wait, actually, it's a good idea because we
Hmm.
go out and we camp outside and travel.
So-
leave his bag near the campfire and it'll scare all the animals away.
Maybe he'll kill some animals within
So-
a 50-mile radius.
I'd like to make
Okay.
note that it is much more difficult to enjoy a good night's rest with a stench.
I got
I
something
mean,
bother
to be
us.
fair, the bag did seal it off quite well.
It did.
I have made a slight modification to something on your character sheet, Twinkie. Please tell me how you feel about this.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Castle wine. To mix it up.
Fermented piss-filled sock.
No.
Excellent.
This is our
Glorious.
ultimate weapon. This is
Oh.
the last.
We need to use this in a dire situation.
What I need to do is make sure that we don't get into any really bad confrontations, so we can make sure we save people from this dire fate.
If we need to interrogate someone, you know what we're gonna use.
Oh no!
I'll be right back. Real quick,
Brandish,
sorry.
I brandish the piss sock menacingly.
It's got the JoJo text all over it.
So, as this discussion is going on, you hear, what room are you having this discussion in? Is it the throne room, the main lobby?
I'd say the main lobby.
Yeah, probably the
That
main
makes
lobby.
sense.
You're in the main lobby? Alright. So, as you're having this discussion, the windows in the main lobby, for a brief moment, there is a bright flash of light from just outside them.
What was that? I don't believe anyone's firing any fireworks. There's no festivals going on nearby, is there?
You don't know what that is? It's obvious what that is. That's Aurora Borealis.
I'm gonna run outside.
the Aurora Borealis?
Yes.
I want to go investigate.
At this time of day?
So,
at this time of year,
Brock goes up
Yes.
to the door, and then as you reach out, you put your hand and you touch the metal handle of the door. And it's at that moment that you realize
I fucked up.
the handle is ice cold.
Oh no!
Mr. G?
Is it
It's the
playing?
ice lady.
What?
Quick,
I'm
fix
turning
your hair.
it go.
Fix your hair, Jennifer.
I'm just gonna let go of the handle and turn around and run and hide. No, thank you. No, thank you. Run and hide behind Jennifer.
What are you back?
It's the ice lady.
Do we have? Is everything? Is all the paintings all like properly aligned? Is
We didn't even have time to clean.
Oh. What is anyone else?
Get that piss sock away. Go hide it.
String, put it away. Just.
No, you can't make me.
I have to hide the wine. Ah!
No. You leave some of the wine out as an offering.
But that's my wine.
As this discussion is going on, there is a single heavy knock against the door.
Oh, so much for that.
Who is it?
No, Mr. Superman, no home.
Mr. Trinky, just stay back. I'll answer this.
Sock will stop.
Just someone get to me to put that thing away while I get there. Okay, so my character walks up to the door and I guess like opens up a little slot, just kind of like peer outside.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a little taken aback by
What you want?
By
sorry about
chill
that.
air that's blowing in. But what do I see?
Yes, there is a rush of cold air as you open the door. And
I didn't open the door. I opened a slot in the door to look outside.
The what you want
all
slot.
right, there's still a rush of cold air on your face, but you look outside and it's exactly who you expected to see.
Oh, it's you. And I close the slot.
Oh,
and then
hello!
I immediately open the door.
You know, watch it go. Yeah, cookies.
You open the door, there's a much bigger rush of cold wind.
I have an idea.
She is now taking over your castle.
Oh, I'm back.
kidding.
I forgot to mute.
Hey,
Mute.
can you
I'll
stop?
die for this castle. Okay.
Can you stop that? You're letting a bunch of cold in here.
We're not trying to air condition
My
the
mistake.
entire realm, okay?
She snaps her fingers and the cold air just stops, and it's back to normal temperatures.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
Yes,
How much
much
the heating bill
appreciated.
cost for this place?
Pardon, Road?
So, do you know how much the heating bill costs for this place?
What's a heating bill?
What's a heating bill?
All the wood that we have to burn?
Why is it referred to as a bill?
She just kind of... She just gives you a look like, what the hell are you talking about?
What was the name? Miss Lance? Was that your name?
Oh, fine if you insist on calling me by a name. Argent.
Argent?
Argent!
Jean?
No, not Jean. Argent. Do I have to
Argent?
spell it out for you?
Arjan?
It's for
Jean?
chat.
A-R-G-E-N.
It's a pretty name.
Yeah, it's Argent.
What does it mean?
The French
I can't
word for
read.
silver. That's her name.
It's like Arsène, but Argent.
You all forget that my intelligence is 0.
General
I am not the
Argent,
brightest monk.
To which do we owe this honor of this visit?
Well, you know what this castle was just a few hours ago.
Uh,
Well, what was it exactly?
yeah, we're actually not exactly the most knowledgeable what went on in this castle. We're kind of just stumbled our way through this.
Hey, Archer. Hey, Archer. Hey,
Yes.
Archer. Hey, Archer.
Hi. Hello.
Hi. Hey.
Hi.
That.
Ooh.
You cast this spell, and you realize you can't actually detect her thoughts. There is something shielding her mind.
Magneto helmet. Get the
From
remove
her
the helmet.
Oh my god!
Is that actually a thing?
Yes, there is
Okay.
there's a magical item called the Ring of Mind Shielding.
Yeah.
So, it is a thing that exists
Ah.
within the rules.
I think a large amount of my spellcasting tends to be discreet.
She doesn't notice you casting the spell.
Yeah, like I'm just kind of like flipping a, like just I like
You-
my
you-
my
you-
verbal
you-
and somatic for this one is like taking out a copper coin or something like that and just like flipping it in my hand and like catching it, and then
You-
seeing
you
whether or
hide
not it's
a-
heads or tails.
Yeah, you hide you flip a copper coin, and then you like hide the verbal and somatic like movements as like a cough. You go like
But I don't know. I like the flavor of like I flip the coin and then like I call out heads or tails and like that's the somatic component for it.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah, sure. I'm cool with that.
Just because I know that'll get me in trouble later on. But yeah, I'll mark that one. That sucks. So what's everybody thinking?
I'm
Oh my
Yes,
god!
what is everybody tell
I
Gray
am thinking
what the character
friend.
is thinking.
But also something about this person is familiar, but I don't know why.
It's like friend, wine, fear.
Friend, wine, fear.
Specifically, you also have insight into the fact that I actually do genuinely feel like there's something familiar about this character, but I don't know what it is.
And Twinkie's mind, though you can detect thoughts, there's nothing coming from it.
Except sock.
I am a simple man. Sock.
It's just the word sock, endlessly cycling.
God. Yeah, I do hate when I can't read people's minds, but I understand why I can't read this person's mind.
I just like how everybody's so simple in the way they're thinking in this party.
Yeah.
Friend, wine, fear, sock.
Maybe I should turn this into detect thoughts.
Oh my god.
so what's Argent's?
Would you like
So-
some wine?
Oh god, I completely forgot what the conversation was before detect thoughts. So she takes a whiff of the air and she's like,
Detect
"God,
thoughts.
what the fuck is that?" Like, and for the first time, you see emotion appear on her face, and it's just utter disgust.
It's it might be that
Does she need a
one.
constitution save?
She looks at Twinkie, and She walks over to him. She is now she's like 2 or 3 times the height of Twinkie.
Jesus.
She raises up her
tall.
her boot, and you start to see divine energy channel into her foot.
General Argent.
Oh, it's not him. It's the sock.
Boom! She punts Twinkie with all of that divine energy.
I want to catch him.
Well,
Let's go catch it.
This is an opportunity for the gloves of missile snaring to finally show their worth.
She walked away from me. I can't catch that.
Am I able to try to catch him?
Give me give me an athletics check to try and catch Twinkie. You run over, you dive, but
It's like a...
you go slightly over Twinkie's trajectory, and he ends up slamming into the wall, and you kind of skid across the ground a little bit.
No!
And
I tried.
When Twinkie slams into the wall, all this divine energy is like surging through his body, and his body is like twisting and distorting, and his mind is going all sorts of places.
Sock,
And
sock,
it's just-
sock.
And a few minutes later, like a few minutes of this horrifying, disgusting scene.
I don't. Okay,
and it's over.
Okay,
And
I think
Nova,
one
that
of our
is the
characters
thing-
would be saying something if it's minutes.
That is the thing I told you about last night, Nova.
Oh.
All of Twinkie's stats are now different from what they were before.
General Argent, what was? Why? Why'd you do that?
To be fair, it was a
One-
very stinky sock.
The smell, the Game Master told me to.
Who?
The Game Master.
Who's that?
The
General
god?
Pro's just
There's
putting
only
his-
one
his-
god
his-
of this world.
his hand in his palm.
Oh god,
Or-
are you those? She just
There's only one
has
god
this
of
look
this
of
world.
disappointment on her face as she remembers.
No,
right,
no,
you're
Miss-
followers of Van.
General Argent, no, the others are just not very well versed.
Actually, this one's
So-
a follower of Illithin.
The hell is? Wait, that's why he. Just this look of realization comes across her face as she because she didn't remember seeing Illithin. And oh my god.
So,
She just
Arjun, General, to what do we owe your visit?
the former tenant of this castle. And she looks at I take it Gray's the one that has the bracelet on him, right? Or is it in the
He's
bag
not
of holding?
wearing it. He is
But he has it.
expressly hidden.
She looks at Timothy, and most specifically that object that you have.
Yes.
What do you have?
That bracelet. She seems very aware that despite it not being visible anywhere on his person, that Timothy is the one holding it.
Yeah. What about it? We've claimed this place as our sovereign land. What, do you want us to pledge fealty to you, too?
Mr. Hatfield?
Well, that would be ideal, but I don't expect any of you to. It
This
makes
is
things easier on me, but
Yes, congratulations. You'll rule over a dump. Look at this place, and he kind of spreads his arms around and looks at the absolute state of disrepair of the castle. Very valuable, isn't it?
This is
Hatfield.
private
It's not
property.
about
Apparently you use shiny things to fix this, Salem says, and starts shoving coins into one of the holes in the wall.
No, not like that.
No, you pay contractors.
Oh,
As I was going to say, it's not about controlling this castle. It's about having 3 less threats to deal with. She kind of looks between Timothy, Jinapro, and Salem as she says 3 less threats. Doesn't seem to acknowledge the other 3.
Oh, that's harsh.
Cry.
He's got the highest kill count in the party.
Oof!
And is also best bros with a dragon.
Oof!
General Jean, we're just looking around this castle. I guess we're claiming for our own, but I don't know what this place could possibly offer as a threat to anything.
I'm not talking about the castle. I'm talking about you. Your group.
We're just some random group that just wanders around.
Yeah, the
Just
last time.
some random group that wanders around, huh?
Yeah, the last time you saw us, you managed to scare the piss out of most of us, which, by the way, may have been the source of that monstrosity that beckoned you here in the first place.
And not to mention, at this point, we're just simply just trying to keep ahead of, well, you guys taking control of places before we get taxed on everything.
We're just trying not to die.
Oh, there's that too, but I'd rather just try to get as much things we can get before we have to deal with any kind of taxes.
I'm also trying to find my papa, but...
No, we have our own agendas here.
She lets out a heavy sigh. Let's just say I know things you don't.
Probably.
Hey,
is it?
you know what? Look over here. We're gonna do whatever we want to do.
That's the problem.
They have no control over us. That's why they're.
Well,
afraid
when
of
you have
us.
the ability to fly through the air about anywhere in the world you desire, I don't think we have much choice.
You want to control us?
It would be preferred, yes.
We'll control this.
Twinkie.
Oh no! I'm gonna hide.
Not the. Oh, dear.
I'm hiding.
Okay. Now I'm just trying to I'm rushing over to.
All right, so hold on a second. Let's take a step back here because I'm kind of curious about this. So this seems like a situation where, like, I don't think that fighting is going to get us out of this because we've seen that this person is tremendously difficult to deal with.
At least at our levels.
I don't understand. Like, I guess the thing that I'm noticing here is that we have like the
You didn't let me finish.
What?
She just...
What?
Oh, she just lets out another sigh of disgust and turns back to Timothy.
This is what you're dealing with.
That's the argument over.
She doesn't
Steel.
know how to respond to any of this anymore.
That's what. Yeah, Timothy
The
like
doors?
looks at Twinkie and then looks at her and is just like balls of steel, and that's quite frankly what got us the attention of God. What was the name of the dragon?
Azorius.
Yeah, that was what got us the attention of the great Azorius.
Oh, you're friends with Azorius. Oh, that makes things difficult.
He's a cool guy.
Oh,
We're gonna start a restaurant.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
we're starting a restaurant!
A
Yeah.
restaurant?
Yeah, restaurant
Yes,
chain.
a restaurant. Oh no!
So,
How terrible!
I believe it
How
was referred to
awful
as
for your
No,
plans.
Look, she walks up to Timothy. Hand that thing over and I will destroy it. She's
Right here
looking
in front of he's like right here in front of us.
Oh,
She walked
Miss
right
Lance.
in front of Timothy, and she says, "Hand it over, and I will destroy it."
How do I know you're not just going to take it back?
Because I know where that thing came from, and I don't want it having anything to do with this world in general.
Shit, I can't read her thoughts either.
If you would like to roll insight,
I do
go
want to
ahead.
roll insight on this one.
Oh
This is
boy.
important.
Oh. I'm wondering if they're so
Oh.
afraid of it, it's gonna be an actual, like, bonus to us to have it still.
Can I also use my charisma
No.
to ask if
I think so. I don't, since I don't know her plan or anything like that with this. I'm gonna play that one straight.
You just cannot get a read on her either way. That her cold demeanor is just.
Yeah,
can't
she's
get
always
through it.
always been impenetrable.
General Argent, what's so dangerous about this?
It's best you
That's-
not know, Jenipro.
She nods in response to what Timothy says. You're better off not knowing.
Well, if it's so dangerous, wouldn't it be better to hide it in plain sight with a bunch of us?
No, it'd be better to destroy it.
I'll relinquish it only if you destroy it right here in front of us.
Very
Wait.
well.
Can Twinkie destroy it?
Why?
She turns around and looks at Twinkie. Doubt it.
What if we give it to Ven?
Oh
Yeah. The God.
Quick!
Mr. Hatfield,
Someone roll religion and sacrifice the thing to Ven.
Shit. This is actually a really hard decision to make.
It is.
no.
I feel for you.
Oh.
Mr. Hatfield,
Because I know what this thing does, and it's like this is. I can see why she would. I can see why she would want to destroy it, and it has nothing to do with us.
Would it be a bonus to keep it?
I don't even know.
Well, unfortunately, like I myself in a scatterbrained state, so I can't really like
I mean, none
say
of us know
words
what
to
it
go
does
along with my
except for
persuasion
you
checks.
and this character, Gray.
Yeah, that's the problem. I'm trying to think my way through like RPing this, and I think that
She comes in here, intimidates us all, and kicks Twinkie in the wall.
And this is
To be
our
fair,
castle.
she did say she was going to destroy it right in front of us.
Regardless, the party is behind you, Timothy. Whatever outcome may happen.
Yeah, it's your decision because you have the most knowledge out of any of us.
yeah.
You have my bow.
And my friendship!
And you don't have my sock anymore, unfortunately.
You ate,
No,
you
but the
ate it.
sock was with it. The sock will be forever more within you, Twinkie.
Nah, it'll
He's
pass.
become one with the.
He's gonna have
one with the
does he
sun.
have permanent terrible breath now?
It's a new attack.
Twinkie.
Piss sock breath. It's the new attack.
Twinkie, add a feature to your features and traits. Fermented piss breath.
All right.
Mr.
I will
Okay.
tell you what it does later.
Okay.
Mr. Hatfield, there's nothing going to be terrible released if this were to be destroyed? Would there?
Can I try to pull Gray aside now? Real quick, like a little group huddle?
A moment to consult.
Yeah.
Very well. She takes a step back, and she, in fact, she actually just steps outside.
Okay, I gotta have everybody in a little, like, football huddle.
Okay.
We make a deal here.
you're all hovering over me.
Mr. Twinkie,
Can someone
please
get
take
Twinkie a
step back.
box?
Well,
right.
team, we have a choice to make.
We have to destroy. She's afraid of it, right? She's threatening us. But what if we also turn it to our advantage here? We tell her, give us the money for the castle, and we'll let you destroy it.
I feel like she would just kill us all
She has
and
the-
destroy it.
But it's worth a shot.
The one thing that I'm concerned about with keeping this thing intact is the power that sleeps within it is not. It's not for sane men to wield.
What's wrong with destroying it?
Well,
Oh.
the concern of what might be released.
Okay, so then my concern a couple moments ago was possibly right on.
So
I
if they
think we
destroy
should
it,
break it. I
The
don't
other
know why, but
problem
I have
might
a
be that-
feeling like I can trust her.
It's not a matter of what would be released, but rather what would know if we've destroyed one of its pieces.
Pieces?
but we didn't destroy it.
You're saying
She did.
there's multiple ones like these?
It's not quite that. There's something at the core of this that I can't quite understand, which is why I was hoping I'd have some time to study it, but I
Maybe
don't know
that's-
anything about it right now.
Maybe
I'm
it's the
sticking
thing
with
that
the
overtook the
idea.
castle.
It seems like it's more than that. I think that whatever that was, it was just a servant.
I'm thinking that this is a lot. This is over our pay grade.
All right, then.
People.
We relinquish it to her, and
She destroys
she
it. in
destroys
front
it
of us,
here in front of us.
and maybe she can rebuild the castle in return.
I really doubt
'Cause
she.
Then we don't.
I think
really
she would be
doubt she'll
saying
do
that I think she's considering this a service to us.
Something tells me that's the case as well.
Why don't we at least get information from her? I feel like that's fair. Not anything about what this thing does, but something else that we probably
Like-
want info about.
A location on something. Maybe another one of the magical weapons. A location.
That could work.
That could work, yes.
Because we still only have one. And we need more.
And I see.
said there was
Salem
like
just kind
five
of
others?
jazz hands.
And you somehow think that she's just going to tell us this.
Well,
she could
I mean,
hire. We could be
She
hired
would
to
like
be,
our cooperation.
We can
We-
ask nicely.
we could just say like we're for hire to search for this since she thinks we have this knack of finding this, or at least that's the impression
And-
I get.
If she wants to cooperate with us, they're obviously somewhat concerned with us not being controlled. So they're going to want to help us.
Well, I say we just go through with it, get the thing destroyed, and if she gives us any information or not, that's her choice, and then that's that. But I think we can all agree that thing needs to be destroyed.
All right, then.
All right.
I'll hand it over.
Right.
And I reach into my I reach into like the folds of my cloak and produce the bracelet wrapped inside of like a cloth that I've made. Like I've tried to make sure that nothing can actually touch it.
Although you're not in direct contact with it, through the cloth you can still feel that pulsating evil emanating from it. It's not affecting you, but you can still feel it.
An uneasy
Menacing
feeling.
JoJo text.
Yeah, just the bracelet itself like just emits a constant go 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 go.
All right. Miss Lance, you can come in now. We've made up our minds.
She turns.
General Argent.
The door
Whatever.
flies open. She approaches, and your decision?
We all look
Take the-
towards Timothy.
Destroy the bracelet.
But I still want to ask: Are you sure nothing bad's going to happen if you destroy this thing? Like nothing's going to be
She
released, is it?
She has some hesitation in answering that.
Consider it a lesser
I
of
just-
two evils, Mr. Wingar.
We'll find out soon enough.
Since you already know about this, she looks at Timothy. I will tell you of this, and it is your decision whether you tell the rest of the group. She whispers into Timothy's ears.
Mm-mm.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Give her a smooch.
Slight blush. Like nervous blushing.
We do the JoJo lick.
Yeah, she does the JoJo. You think she's going in for a smooch? But she goes for the JoJo lick. No,
Or the
she
fucking-
no,
No, Bucharades lick.
Yeah, this taste is that of a liar.
God. This is... I'm actually sweating now.
I turned my air conditioner on also.
Oh boy.
I too am sweat, but then again, I'm always sweat.
All right.
As I suspected.
Mr. Hatfield?
What did she say?
Then in the name of buying us as much time as possible, and he holds out the bracelet in its weird packaging and hands it off to her.
We trust you, Timothy.
She takes a few steps back.
Stand back, everyone.
Okay.
You may want to shield your eyes.
All right.
Okay.
I'm just gonna hold a vodka bottle up in front of my eyes.
It floats above her hand for a moment. It is encased in ice, and then she crushes it into dust. She opens her hand, and shards of ice fly out towards you.
Take cover!
It's not like just in a dangerous way, just in a glittery way.
Yeah, like it's like she's just like diamond
It's
dust.
snowing!
I'm still putting my shield up.
I'm gonna stick my tongue out.
There's a brief moment of silence, and then there is a harsh, shrieking sound as the energy that was contained within the bracelet erupts from the shards into the sky. And then it returns to silence once more.
I'm
Wait,
scared
bracelet
now.
returned?
That was spooky.
Wait, Archer, can you
Power
repeat that
six.
last part right there?
Yeah, can you repeat
Alright.
that? Sorry.
And then it's just after the dark energy from the bracelet is released, it returns to silence.
Oh, okay. I thought you said the bracelet returned. I'm like, what?
No, the bracelet did not return.
I'm like, no, God. This is bad.
Oh, wait, I should. Actually, you know what? I think I want to cast the
God, yeah, you have your divine sense thing, right?
yeah.
Might as well.
Where's that at? Where's it at? Where's that? There it is.
All right. You use with your divine sense. So it lasts for a few seconds. You detect this entire castle as being desecrated for just a few seconds, and then it fades before your divine sense ends.
Oh, that felt very unpleasant.
Are our spoopy friends gone? All the shadows?
I didn't exactly try to detect if they were gone
You
before,
wouldn't-
but
You did not detect any undead within 60 feet.
Yeah. I think the TLDR of it is that the bracelet was the desecrating force on the castle, and it's faded.
Okay.
Like, because the thing you just said was it faded before the effect ended, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
When he
so-
first activated Divine Sense, it was desecrated. A few seconds later, it faded.
God.
People, that felt very unpleasant. But I think it seems to have gone. Just
Certainly,
whatever
yeah.
this feeling of just wrongness.
Well, then it sounds like a burden's been lifted from our shoulders.
Yes, my work here is done.
Don't we have any...
General
She
Jean.
turns around and begins to walk out.
Hold on, General Jean.
She
Yeah.
stops.
I'm a little concerned now. I recognize that we have a certain penchant, well, I guess in this case, bad luck in some form. Are you going to, if we happen to run into any more of these dangerous artifacts, will you know? Like, will we have to worry about dealing with it ourselves, or, well, will you, I guess, always be there to find it and take
Odds
care
are
of it?
good I will know when you find one.
I see.
but it is not a guarantee.
Okay. Do you think it's safe for us to hold on to it for any short amount of time that, well, the amount of time it would take for you to get word?
I think that depends on us. That
I
doesn't.
think as long as we're smart about how we deal with whatever it is, I think we'll be
She
okay.
nods. Ideally, you find a way to destroy those things on your own. She looks at, Salem. If you find another one, it's up to you. She turns around and walks away. And as she exits,
What about the
she doesn't close the door behind her.
I think
And she takes a stance as if she's about to jump. And
General
silvery dragon
Yeah,
wings
I think actually-
sprout from her back. And whew,
well
she
before
flies
she
up into the
before she like as the dragon wings sprout, like I'm just gonna call back to her and just be like, Arjan!
I also call that as well.
Okay, so both of you call out. The dragon
do you-
wings retract.
Do you mind letting me have this one, Kirby?
Okay, fine.
I think he just asked one more question.
Yeah,
One
go
more
ahead.
question.
Are you alright?
She's very taken aback by this question, and she looks at you with a gaze of suspicion.
God, how do I think this is like a persuasion on my part to try and show her that I'm being genuine about it for fucking once in the time she's known me.
Do you need some
ahead.
assistance there? Do you need a wingman
like
to help
surrounded
with this?
but I think actually the help action would probably come from like I'm surrounded by people who call me friends now, and like she's seen like the things that I've been doing, but I don't know.
Sure. Roll me persuasion with advantage.
Whew.
Oh,
Sorry. I gotta roll that with advantage. Let me just roll that a second time.
Okay.
Okay.
I gotta remember that I have the ability to enable and disable advantage now, so like I can do this instead.
She's not really sure how to respond. She just kind of, I guess, shrugs a bit, and then takes off.
Goodbye, friend.
Goodbye, Ice Lady.
She ain't my friend. She kicked me in the face.
Are you, Mr. Twinkie? Are you okay? Do you feel any pain, injuries?
Yes, her heels are really, really hard. We'll have to
I feel different.
I'm gonna have to like I'm gonna start Twinkie as the group medic. I'm gonna start looking you over.
Give him a once over, Timothy.
God, this is terrible.
Well,
Same time, it's
So-
a relief though. There was something
Group
happening
talk.
that thing that I couldn't quite
quick
get a
group
beat on.
talk while you're looking over Twinkie. So there's these pieces that obviously have some evil in them that's out of our hands that we have no idea about them except maybe Timothy.
Well, it's not quite that there's an evil within them. It's that they're connected to something, some kind of nexus of.
Okay.
It's the best I can explain about them. I don't understand it myself. But the troubling thing is that, well, it's the kind of thing where if you look into the abyss, there's always the fear that the abyss will look back.
Okay.
But we
So-
also have these other things that are pieces, and they seem to be attached to good things, Salem
Yes.
says, doing more jazz
Yes,
hands.
that's what I was just going to bring up. The magical weapons. We still need more leads on the other, 5? Or 4?
4. There are
Four.
4 remaining. We've found 2 so far, and the Queen of Ilmaz has the
That's
other
correct.
one.
The sword. So 4 remaining pieces. These pieces are weapons, or but we're at a loss here. We're stuck. We have no leads on anything.
Well,
We're
you
in
know
the-
what
we're
that
in the dark.
means, right?
No.
Adventure.
Oh.
Adventure.
I see.
Adventure time? We can grab our friends and go off and explore some distant lands.
Perhaps we shouldn't leave the castle unattended, though.
No, but I can think of a
Yes.
few people that
Bandits
we could
or-
probably.
Cue the montage. Yes, everybody gather.
So I think we're gonna have to make a decision about if we want to leave, like if we want to repair the castle. I personally think we worked really hard for this place. I'd like it to become our base of operations.
Correct. me too.
Yes.
I mean, Rogue did draw this castle.
I'll see. Rogue went through a lot of trouble to draw this castle, and it's really pretty.
It's pretty.
Be a shame if it blew up.
Oh my god.
It's a shame if
What are you, a
something
creeper?
happened to it.
Yeah.
So, we need. I would be all for repairing the place,
I am.
and also
Salem is not a dragonborn. She is a half-elf dragon bloodline. I just say dragonborn.
answer that text.
First
Sorry.
things first, we need a moat filled with alligators.
Mr. Twinkie, alligators are so far from this place.
Well, there's always sharks.
Well, what about residents when we leave? We don't want to leave the castle abandoned, right?
I mean, we
Of
have
course.
IDK and what?
But 2 orcs defending a whole castle against maybe bandits that come up and try to steal?
True, we'll need more people.
I mean, there is the myth and the legend of the castle that, we haven't told anybody we cleansed it yet, so people might stay away, but there's always those group of people that are interested.
Yes, a group of 4 to 6 plucky youths on a journey to distant lands.
I mean, look at us. There could be other people like us that try to take the castle.
But it's empty.
Well, they don't know that. We didn't.
It's got
when we
nice
first came here.
shinies.
Yes, it's got our
We
stuff
must
in it.
defend
And it has my
the
wine.
shinies.
Yeah, we could just
We can always just capture the bandits and throw them in the moat, so that way if other bandits come along, they'll fall in the moat and get attacked by the other bandits.
Actually, that does give me an idea. Maybe it's not the best idea out there, but perhaps we could contact our friends Watt and IDK, and they'd be, I don't know, maybe they could create
they'll
the
be-
trappings for a new orc tribe. Perhaps one not quite so barbarous.
And they can work at the McTwinkies.
Yes, work at the McTwinkies, tend to the vineyard, and
Can orcs cook?
yeah,
can orcs cook? What?
of course. They can cook just fine. Just
I thought they
Oh,
just
shit.
ate
Hang on.
everything raw.
what? No, I mean they can, but even the orcs have taste buds.
So we're gonna, let me get this straight, we're gonna get IDK and what to watch the castle while we're on adventures?
We can probably hire a couple other people too.
Yeah,
I was thinking, yes, we have the money to do so. We hire people. We
Fix
this
the
place into
castle.
shape.
fix the castle.
And
Have, like,
I
some
remember from
magical
last time,
security as well.
Yeah, and the vineyard.
Azirius is going to cover some of it.
Yeah, and the vineyard can be used to supplement the income as well. Like we can use that for upkeep, and our adventuring can go towards the repairs of the castle.
I'm not good with finances, obviously.
So how much lump sum would that all cost, Archer?
What all
Ow.
are you wanting to do?
So we'd
Ow.
like to reestablish this place as a base of operations. I think we're gonna need people to guard it for us. We'll need people to help tend to it as a source of income for us over time, and we'll also need to
A functioning
need to,
McTwinkies.
Yeah, and I imagine the functioning McTwinkies comes from the fact that we're going to need to actually repair this place because boy is it in disrepair.
Yeah, we need to fix it first before we invite Azura.
And it's gonna cost a lot of money to
So, your first order of business, repairing the castle. As I said before, to get the castle in basic functioning condition, Azorius will cover that cost for you once you meet and talk with him. Just for the sake of simplicity, I'm saying that now since they already know. For the guard, for like staffing the castle, that's going to be, let me double check. I do believe it's gonna be 10 gold per day. Maybe a little more. Let me just, oh wait, I checked.
That should be fine if we get income, from the restaurant.
And yeah, I imagine like the restaurant and the other thing that we can do is we can probably use this place as like a, I mean there's because there's there's beds and there's like halls and stuff like that. We could probably even use this place as like a trading post or like a hub for travelers or something.
Yeah.
Wait, does Twinkie have something that could possibly help him get us an automated thing to tend to the?
I mean, once I get higher level, I can set up like a teleporter.
Well, not only that, but we can also, I mean, actually, it's an excellent point for Twinkie. If he could try and build us some sort of contraption that helps like tend to the vineyard.
Ooh,
We're gonna play Harvest Moon for a little while.
I mean, I think he might be out of Clockwork Bombs, so.
I mean, yeah, but like I imagine I'd spend the time just to.
Could build a. We can build a huge light with an emblem in it to contact the dragon.
Oh my god!
I mean, having an emblem to contact the dragon is something that the dragon would probably be willing to cover.
Nice.
That is something that would be possible. It'd just be like, if I recall correctly, sending stones are what they're called? It'd just be like a giant sending stone built into the wall, basically.
Yeah, it's like a big TV, and his face appears on it. And we do video conferencing with the dragon.
Eat at McTwinkies.
So I'm gonna say it's actually gonna be about 15 gold per day for basic staff.
Okay. So why don't we go down to the town and look for some staff?
Yeah, how much will we get from? I guess like just from the grapevines and whatnot.
Well, that'll take us a couple of seasons to ferment.
Did not hear anything.
We can have.
We still have a cellar full of the wine. Do you remember?
We do.
A cellar of wine that's a couple hundred years old. It's been aged in a long time.
That stuff is gonna be valuable.
A lot of money, and
we don't we don't sell that to people.
My wine.
That's our extremely private stock.
That is the privatest of private reserves.
We don't sell that to people, and Timothy is very much going to insist that that we don't sell that because it's real goddamn nice.
Does anyone?
That's something we give to Azor when he comes.
Does Salem have any ability to speed up the growth process?
She's not a druid, sadly.
No. When I in the future, I can probably set up like a teleporter. You know how like those big teleportation circles work, so I can set it like we can just straight up teleport back to this place, and like teleport from this place to other places.
But
now, I am nowhere near high level enough for that.
Yeah, for now, I think what we're gonna have to work with is we set up some. I think if we can, let's hold off on having the castle like be staffed until it's actually back up in working order. Because once that happens, I'm sure that advertising this place as a trading hub or as keeping it as some sort of like base for people to visit in the mountains, putting the McTwinkies in there, letting people stay here, and like the income from the vineyard will probably allow this place to be self-sustaining. But for now, we should concentrate on getting as much money as we can to dump into that initial investment.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, I agree.
Let's go get IDK and what so they can stay here in the meantime.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're still back at the village, right?
Yeah, we might want to hire. We can hire a few extra people to help IDK and what just guard it a little bit more thoroughly. Because I feel like even though IDK and what are fairly decently like
Yeah, they're
Actually,
pretty
no, we can
fucking
buy
capable.
them. Yeah, they're capable, but we should also buy them a little bit of extra equipment.
God,
As
this
you're
is
talking about
this is turning into like a a real estate into like the Yakuza real estate simulator.
Oh my god.
As you're talking about this, you hear a word in the distance. Soya.
Oh my
Soya.
god.
Soya! Soya! The Soya squad is here.
Break out the wine.
This is what we keep the wine for.
I'm gonna go get a keg of wine. Ha!
Oh yeah, because we did decide we did want to see if we did say we wanted to try and track them down so that we could try and get them to stay at the castle.
The leader of the Soya squad steps up. We heard about this cursed castle, so we came to claim it for ourselves, but we see it seems you've already cleared this place out.
Yeah, we,
Yes! I used the power of friendship to boost my muscles!
yeah, we managed to handle this place,
They flex towards Salem.
She flexes with the gauntlets.
Give me...
Weird flex, but okay.
They are disappointed by the lack of muscles.
Oh.
I'm running upstairs with a keg in
You do
my
not
arm.
get language proficiency in muscles.
Sometimes the muscle is within
Hold
your
on.
heart, Salem.
Okay. Do I get language proficiency in friendship, though?
Yes.
God.
I'm gonna run up the stairs with this, and I'm gonna run into the room with this giant keg
Friends.
of wine.
You should see some of the libations we've got here.
Mr. G, how did you manage to bring that, never mind.
Shh. I'm gonna slam the keg of wine down.
All things are possible through the power of alcohol.
Illithin helped him carry it up the ladder.
Illithin blesses
Illithin's
me.
blessing.
With anything
go.
with alcohol, Illithin blesses me.
You
Friends,
should come celebrate our acquisition of this castle. We've cleared the curse out, and we've managed to destroy one of the grand evils in the land with the surprising help of Miss Sargent.
You guys are more than welcome to to relax here. Although I don't think we have anything in a good state.
I'm doing the best that I can, Salem says, shoving more coins in the holes in the wall.
Now, hold up. I want to offer you guys a deal.
Huh?
How do you feel about getting into the restaurant business?
They look at each other. There's this dramatic series of poses as they discuss this amongst themselves. And, they are intrigued by Twinkie's offer.
yeah, some refreshments while you think it over. Let's drink some of this wine. It's really good.
They sip the wine. As soon as they take one sip of the wine, their eyes go wide. They're like, wow, this is even better than that stuff from the... Shit, I can't remember. What was the name of the tavern where Illithin became a god? The Relentless Shirt?
Yeah.
The relentless shirt.
The Relentless Shirt. This is even better than that stuff from the Relentless Shirt. Sip. Flex.
Aging for hundreds of years in the cellar.
Actually, yeah.
Wonderful.
Is anyone actually able to confirm the age of this place? The wine?
I'm really not a...
Someone do like, I don't know. Can someone do a check for that, and they can either...
I mean, I'll do
Take a good educated guess.
No, huh?
We have to.
An
Can I
educated guess.
check?
Need to.
You know what?
I think it's fine for us to. Yeah, I think it's fine for us to
Yeah,
just
we don't
know
need
our
to.
own castle. There's probably like a library in here, or like a
But I kind of want to. Okay. because I'm shoving coins into these rocks,
I
can I look at the rocks and say how old the castle is?
Give me a history check with disadvantage.
Oh boy, it's gonna be a natural 20. Just gonna be looking at that rock. Oh.
Not terrible,
They're
but
rocks.
it's not great.
This is a castle.
I'm sure that there's plenty of logbooks within the castle's library. I'd like to spend a fate point to declare a story detail.
Yes.
There's a library.
There isn't. Well,
I can't believe that worked.
there is a library, yes, but it's on the part of the castle that's like collapsed and you can't get.
It
to.
is
Would
inaccessible.
have.
Well, no,
What's
it's
the
not
purpose?
It's not inaccessible. You want to know why? Because we have the Soya squad here.
It's true with the power of muscles.
This
on
is
our
later.
side.
It's just out of,
You just ask them
out of game.
for their help real fast to plow through everything.
Well, I mean,
Oh.
like, none of our characters have any reason to be going there yet. I think.
You guys don't even know that in character. You don't,
Yeah, we don't know
that
that
the
there's a
library's
library.
there. I'm just saying
Damn.
there is in fact a library.
Yeah.
So
It'll
it's
likely
Who knows
become-
if the books and it's been hundreds of years. Who knows if the books are even in readable condition?
They just turn to dust.
Well, luckily we have good old
Prestidigitation.
I don't know. Yeah, prestidigitation.
Oh,
Or
yeah.
mending. There's mending. Sweat.
So yes. How do you folks feel about well, going into the restaurant business? I'm sure. I'm
Yes,
sure.
you've heard of Twinkie's prowess as a chef, isn't that right, Mr. Wingar?
Yes.
Yes. We were in that tournament when it was cancelled.
Oh, you were?
Yes.
Yeah.
Indeed, they were our competitors. They got to see firsthand Twinkie's natural talent as a chef.
Oh.
Indeed.
Well, our plan was to take this whole castle and kind of renovate it, and we're gonna put a big ol' McTwinkies in it.
Yes, McTwinkies, which I believe is going to be the name of our new restaurant chain. We're hoping to take over the world with good taste and good service.
And friendship.
And also friendship, yes.
And friendship!
And
smiles
muscles,
are on the
they
menu.
Flex.
You can be our muscle poster people. You'll be the stars and the
Yes, imagine.
right up there. McTwinkies, and they'll have the whole Soya squad flexing with the burgers and whatever, the sushi in their
Imagine
hand.
what you look like after eating at McTwinkies.
Well, yeah, you also have to understand that certain cuisines, certain dishes do require a certain amount of muscle use to bring out its proper.
And certain dishes do make muscles come more easily.
They
Yes. High protein.
they nod
meal-
as
high
they
protein
look at
meals
each
for
other.
the upcoming adventurer.
They do their signature pose, their signature group pose again,
Right there. We'll use that.
and they're like, "We accept."
Let's shake on it, and then we just do the Full Metal Alchemist muscle handshake.
We'll rely on
sure, it's a
Mr.
rip-off.
Twinkie for the shake.
Yes,
Mr.
Yeah.
Twinkle will shake
Second in
for
show.
all of us.
Twinkie's
Yes.
business acumen and his fluency with the language of muscles will be enough for us to carry forward.
I just see this and I'm like in the background trying to imitate and flex. Like, is this how you do it?
No, it's a bit it's a little bit more of a how do I here? It's more like this.
Is it a strength
Oh.
roll to do the flex?
Alright. Are you going to try to
Like
use
this?
Oh.
You going to
Uh-oh.
try to use?
Well, that's the
magic.
first natural
No,
20,
no, no.
but it's not. No.
It doesn't count
Yeah.
because it's not going to actually
does not
affect
count
anything.
because it's
Okay.
not the result of the roll.
Yeah. So, comprehend languages.
It's only for spoken languages, unfortunately.
You're trying to use magic to delve into the realm of muscles, correct?
Yeah, no, it's only for
Yes.
I already know that it won't work because it's not a spoken
Okay.
language.
All right. Okay.
No, I was that was a bit. I was joking.
Okay.
Yeah, I cannot use comprehend languages to
You see,
the language of muscles.
he uses comprehend language, and you see Timothy start attempting to pose, And he just embarrasses himself, and the entire Soya squad simultaneously flexes while face palming.
Oh my god.
And it's all like this beautiful like they've got their what's that pose that you see in JoJo where like they flex and they've got their hand on like their forehead or something like that, like looking on in shame.
The Caesar pose.
Yeah.
Caesar.
Yeah, that sounds.
Well,
okay, so-
can't blame me for trying. We'll get it someday, Brock.
Okay. I'll keep practicing.
As will I.
Yeah, everything seems to be turning out very well so far.
All right. Well, since Soya's squad is here, should we hire them to look over the castle while we go to the village?
Absolutely.
Who's gonna be?
Big
I
flex.
think Twinkie should be the spokesperson towards the Soya squad.
Twinkie, you understand that their flexing is telling you we only need be paid in the name. How the fuck do I phrase this? You don't need to pay them with money; they will take muscles.
Hell
That doesn't
yeah!
make sense right now, but just trust me on it. That's just how it is.
So we
I
need
bet-
a gym.
Yeah, I was gonna say we need the greatest workout
Hit the
facilities
gym.
they can possibly
We need a gym then.
a gym and nutritious food.
We better make sure this McTwinkies can handle all sorts of things, such
So that's
as
presumably
flavor
we're gonna
and.
have to pay a little extra for the gym though.
Don't worry about
Yes.
that with it. That's fine. That can be covered in the startup cost. Yeah, Azura's
It's
just,
like-
you know.
Yeah, Azurius just like, why do you need it?
I just like how like it would pan to like him and his like the dragon's face, and he goes, "Shoo." What?
Yeah.
He's talking
Azurius-
about me.
Like we're talking about startup costs. he's just
Somewhere
like-
else, in the sky, a blue dragon is flying over the clouds.
Hey,
Huh?
LMAO.
Holy shit, my headset actually fell.
Oh, I thought you were making the dragon sneeze.
I was
He was
I was
doing both.
making the dragon sneeze, and I got too into it, and my headset fell off.
Method acting.
Yeah. God.
So I guess since that's done with, let's go grab IDK and watch at the village and also see if we can get some other stuff. And
Yeah,
talk to
cool.
Azurius.
Fantastic idea.
Hey.
All right,
Is the Soy Squad coming with us, or are they gonna stay at the castle?
they're staying
staying.
to watch the castle.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey.
Now let's go Naruto running with the horses.
Also, presumably for this, I am also taking all of my what's it called I'm taking the bag of holding, and it's got basically all the money in it.
Yeah, I guess that's our
Real-
cash bag.
Also, just as a quick thing, knowing my character in the alcohol, he hid a lot of the special wine away so no one could find it. Only I know where it is.
Okay.
I would like you to hang on. Let me look at the skills.
I assure you, I will be helping him with this.
We're trying to hide it away from anybody. Not all of it, because there's some that we're going to be able to share.
Like,
with
we're gonna
people.
get there's a stash for guests, but there's also a stash just for like the party.
Just for us.
And I assume
Yeah.
there
Roll me a deception check, and I will make note of it.
Do you mind? Do you mind if I give him the help action and
Yeah,
and
it's with
bardic
advantage.
inspiration?
It's with advantage, and you can take your bardic inspiration. Yes,
What the-
so that's roll another
Oh.
d4 and add it to the
It's
19.
not a D4. It is a
Or
D6.
d6. Sorry.
It doesn't do it.
Yeah,
Hides
just
it in
happened?
plain sight.
What just
so
happened?
that's 22. What do you mean,
I
what
just
just
lost
happened?
track of roll 20.
What?
Just refresh the page.
No, it's completely gone. Like I had like a don't worry about it. Just something just popped up for some reason and just
Okay,
Force me
so
out.
He's just relaunching.
I am going to make a note.
22. Okay.
Yep, 22 total.
Okay,
No,
you
so
know
I'll be
what?
right back.
Actually, instead of that, I am going to create a handout for the Grape Garden's Keep. In players' journals, all players can be edited by all players.
Nice.
I will just so since you're the ones handling the renovations, just
list of things that are going to be in the thing.
Yep, and
Alrighty.
Make a note in there of secret wine stash deception 22. Which means that anybody looking for this secret wine stash that does not know the exact location has to
Alright, since I'm
DC of 22 to find it.
Yeah, since I'm doing the treasure and stuff, I'll go ahead and adjust the handle this as well for the most part. So we're going to need McTwinkies
Through to the accountant.
covered by Azirius. General.
I think everybody actually has a discrete, what do you call it? Has a discrete note for the keep for themselves.
Oh no, I can see all the edits people are making.
Okay, cool.
So Jim to
Yeah, we'll need a gym.
Soya squad.
Do you want to edit that as we're going?
Yeah.
To keep the session going.
Yeah, and then presumably eventually we're gonna need like trading hub, like a hotel, lodging,
Adventures, lodge.
hotel lodging, and or adventures guild,
Adventure Guild.
and then also traders post. Like that, okay. So presumably we're going in the order from top bottom. In
I would
regards
say
to priority.
the gym is probably the most important priority because it is the linchpin for keeping our staff hired.
Yeah. Yeah, and it is the linchpin, but it's also like it's underneath the two things that are going to be Azirius anyway.
That's true, yeah.
So that's why I put them. If it's going to be covered, I'm going to move it to the top of the list because it's not something we have to worry about.
Okay, that's fair. So we'll have to find Azirius somehow. Also, is it AUZRIOUS or is it AUZREUS? Like Azirius, like the BitTorrent client?
Presumably it'd be UR because it's Azure.
Yeah.
more like-
AZURE. It is an E, not an I.
Like that. Azirius.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, like I said, like the BitTorrent client. From days of long past.
Hey, Twinkie might be a disgusting slob most of the time, but you think he isn't going to be anything but utmost professional in the kitchen. His breath might be the worst breath ever, but his hands are clean.
How dare you? You know, if the critics come to my restaurant, I know what I'm blowing into their face.
I'm just trying to like
Oh my God.
give people some stuff to look at while you guys are talking shop.
Yeah, I think we're basically done talking shop
Yep.
unless we want to add anything later.
Mm-hmm.
Presumably, upkeep of the one more thing. Upkeep of the wine, and is that also going to be covered by Azirius? Like the fields?
No, I don't think so. I think that we should probably do that ourselves. But that's probably
Okay.
going to be part of the Adventurers Guild or the trading post.
Do we have feats in this campaign?
Yep.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
have
I
a
got-
feat.
I got Tavern Brawling.
How do you get them?
They're in the player's handbook. You just get them instead of your ability score improvement at 4th level.
Oh,
We talked about this earlier. You told me that there wasn't a feat you wanted, so you just took the ability score increase.
I had no clue what the feats were. I didn't know what what a feat was.
Okay.
We'll talk about it. Yeah, we'll
we'll
talk
talk
about
about
it
it
later.
We'll discuss that later. So you are now back in the city of Vinay,
Oh man.
and as you after a day and a half of travel,
presumably we're doing this with the carriages and everything, because we're gonna have to
Yes.
do a lot of,
Yes.
you know.
And just as you are entering, you see a few blocks ahead of you a figure that you recognize as, believe you actually, hang on. Salem. Give me a perception check with advantage.
Oh.
Oof.
My perception is terrible.
Yeah,
Wow.
you just, you walk into the city and, yeah, it's just, there's a lot of people around. People are people. No,
This character
nobody
has
really stands
no
out to you.
wisdom.
Go.
Stuck.
Alright.
The only reason I asked Salem to is because she'd be able to pick out a disguised dragon
Ah.
better than anybody else.
I beg to differ, but I feel like
Alright.
I feel like Timothy would probably be more likely, the more likely candidate.
I mean, he does
But-
have a disguise kit and proficiency in it.
Yeah.
But he has to be.
But does he deal with dragons that use polymorph on themselves on a
I
regular
certainly
basis?
do not. The best I'd be able to do is like try and detect
Yeah.
see-through illusions and stuff, but I'm not like there's no reason why I would ever do that
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
Okay. Since it's a as much as I'd like to I feel like I'm just like God, I want to use detect thoughts basically all the time, but it's only got a minute's length.
It's too many thoughts. That is too many thoughts in one place to be.
You'd go mad.
Just too many thoughts. I could
Of
go.
course, it would
some
probably be
thoughts.
drowned out by sock.
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 So.
Sock.
Oh God, no.
Mm.
So I guess like now we're just simply just looking for I guess we're looking for the merchants who had IDK and Watt.
Yeah,
Just looking
and,
for IDK and Watt.
Yeah.
Well,
We're
not
also
only
looking,
that,
we
but
are
might be
also
able-
we are looking for Azirius, but we don't know where he is.
Yeah.
So you'll find IDK and Watt first, because you know where they are. You know about where the building that they were going to be guarding in is. There's not a whole lot of orcs around here, so they kind of stick out like a sore thumb.
Gosh.
Friends.
Not a lot of green-skinned people around.
Friends!
So I guess like are they just kind of just outside?
Yeah, they're just
or-
like standing guard outside of a building. It looks like in the time that you've been gone, the merchant has mostly gotten the magical equipment retailer, the most magical equipment retailer of all magical equipment retailers to ever retail in magical equipment, nice and set up.
I almost feel bad about the possibility of asking him if he wants to come to our trading post instead.
No. A second opportunity for a second shot.
Branch office.
I suppose
Yeah.
it's that. But let's try not to try to set up a competing place. I feel it's much better to have that have the I guess our base to be.
The more traders will bring in the shiny things, and the shiny things mean more friends.
But that would kind of make maybe some of the more important people in this city to be a little well, let's say concerned with us.
Then we'll talk to them and make more friends.
Well, consider. I mean, that might be an idea there, but I would prefer for us to just simply be just a sort of a stop, just a stop during a long journey, rather than just another part of it. I know, Miss Salem, but we have to understand that some day down the road, this city is going to be under the
But
the outer
friends
end.
and shiny things.
Miss
She
Salem.
kind of strokes bag of holding a little bit.
Hang on, let me check. I just have to check one of your character sheets for something. Okay, no. Neither of you take notice of that. But...
Yes, of course. The two oblivious characters are not going to take notice of anything.
All right, hang on. I'm gonna whisper something to Gray.
Wunderbar.
Yeah, just Miss Salem. Just.
I'll be right back again.
All right, Miss Salem. I understand, but it's just simply, well, I'd like to avoid having to deal with, well, extra taxation or any possible taxation on the home that we have now.
But isn't taxation the way that a good system of government pays for the services that it provides for its people?
She says as if she's reading off of a textbook, which she probably is.
Yes, but...
Brain textbook.
Yes, but that would mean that we'd have to be part of the city. And...
Well, no, I mean, we're our own standing castle, so we would own the area around it. We would be taxing the people that are there.
Yeah, that's what I mean. If we establish ourselves as sort of, we can very easily turn our land into a town
sovereign nation.
Yeah,
Hanging exactly in the sky in the same fashion that bricks do not.
What?
Yes, exactly. Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, just that would cause some trouble. Like, you know, it would attract the attention of the, Alderaan.
Aldebrand.
Not if we stay
This is
neutral.
not Star Wars, Kirby.
Alderaan.
and it would attract the attention
Boom,
of
Death
Ilmaz
Star.
more. It's more likely to attract the attention of Ilmaz, the actual problem here.
Oh, right. Why did I thought it was?
Anyway,
that's what. Oh, because
so the
Aldebrand is
issue.
where you are. Ilmaz is the actual.
Yeah.
Well, we're in Vinay is the town that we're in Aldebrand.
Yes.
Yeah. So it would attract the attention of Ilmaz.
Well, more attention
Well-
means more people who might know about these magic weapons.
And she does the jazz hands again.
Well, if I could interject for a moment, perhaps we should focus on one of our goals at a time. I don't believe that taxation is going to be an issue. If it was, I imagine Aldebrand will retain some degree of sovereignty as long as they pledge their fealty to Ilmaz. They are quite rich, and the money has to come from somewhere, so...
Okay.
And
It's
Sailor
just the kind of thing that we're going to have to learn to deal with.
Yeah,
Says-
I just didn't want to have
Okay.
to worry about that. Now.
We can think about it later.
Very well. We should. Wait, where did they go? Oh, there they are. Yeah. Let's see how IDK and Watt feel about, well, guarding what would we call this place? Call that place a manor?
A keep!
A keep? Yes, a keep.
And it had lots of grape gardens in front of it. Though they're not looking so good.
Just needs a little bit of tender loving care, and they'll grow into like some fine grapes, and Jinpro looks in the direction of Brakji, and I guess some wine. So are we able to speak to IDK and Watt yet?
Yes.
Okay.
You've just been having this entire conversation in front of them, and they feel really left out.
I was just buying time while you're whispering to Gray.
I just had to do the one whisper.
Hello. Hi. So I guess we're back.
Long enough to notice.
Well, I was trying to convince Miss Salem to not. Well, let's not worry about that now. So we, I guess we have access to a keep now. How do you feel about working in a very potentially comfortable location that can constantly keep you paid and fed, with the possibility of a very luxurious restaurant opening up nearby you.
I don't see any downsides. Me
Okay.
no see bad side either.
Okay. Well then, that was simple enough. I suppose we do have to speak to the owner of the shop just to see how he feels about well, we did say that you guys were going to be here temporarily, so I'll be right back. And character.
Maybe we can get some equipment for these two if they're going to be working.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
If it doesn't cost too much, if it's too much, then no, we need that money.
And Salem, I'm sure we can afford this.
Yes, but we also need to fix up the castle.
I mean, they've got the great axe. They've got their bow, arrows. They've got weapons. Their armor is, I mean, it's armor enough.
Well, still.
I guess this is okay then.
No, we'll just see. We'll see if something does seem to stand out. Something that would be very useful to to our friends here. Perhaps we'll just pick that up. And yeah.
Sam smiles. He gives a thumbs up.
So yeah, my character goes into the shop, I guess.
All right.
What do I see?
It looks exactly identical to the last location.
Okay. Do I see the owner?
Yes, the owner is behind the counter.
Hello, sir. Well, we're back.
Oh, welcome back.
Hi. I guess we took care of our business at the.
Did you get some loot? Would you like to buy some magical equipment?
Did you happen to get any new items in the time we were gone?
Well, not yet, but maybe you can find something else that piques your interest.
We can actually, yeah, we can take a look at that a little bit later. I just wanted to speak to you about, well, I guess, since we've taken care of the business at the nearby keep. Are you okay with us bringing the orcs back with us?
Yeah, they were waiting quite patiently for you, and I'm all set up here. I've got all the paperwork filled out. I'm good. I've already started up business.
Okay, good. We may be coming back here to speak to you about some things. We just kind of decided that we...
Is it to buy some magical equipment?
Yes, actually. Well, yeah, just possibly. We actually
Wonderful.
have a... Yeah,
I'll be waiting.
Okay then. Just don't wait up, all night or anything like that. We have a bunch of things to take care of. The keep is now kind of ours, and we're just kind of looking into refurbishing it and see what we can do with it.
Wait, is that how property works? And he has this moment of the meme. You know which meme.
Magical shop for all your magical...
No. The calculating meme. All those calculations and formulas.
Oh, yeah.
Going through his head. That meme.
I see. Well, yeah. So, we're gonna take our leave for now, but just we may be needing your services in the near future.
Very well.
So, As the rest of the party leaves, I'm gonna walk up to the proprietor of the magical item shop, the most magical item shop to ever sell magical items, and I'm gonna lean in and I'm going to say, "You and I are going to have a chat about that sword."
You see him start sweating a little bit. Of course, yeah. Yeah, of course. He's very nervous.
I'd like to know where you got it from, and I'd like to know who that is inside of it.
I think I'm gonna close up shop early today, please, just let me close up shop, please. And he just starts, gently trying to push you out of the store.
Are we all hearing this?
No,
That.
very quiet about it. Not at all. Perhaps you can join us for dinner some evening. No, I'm being like very genial about this. Like I'm trying to be disarming towards him.
Sounds wonderful.
It'll be great. I'm certain that you're going to really love our hospitality. We have a master chef with us. His name is Twinkie.
Yes, I know. I was in the audience for the tournament.
Of course.
Yes, I'll see you another time. Slams the door.
What was that about?
Oh, he just got a little bit nervous.
Nervous? But you were the only one inside there.
Well, he was the one who gave you that lovely weapon, now wasn't he?
Yeah, what's this about?
I'm trying to figure some things out about it. I'm a little bit curious about where it came from.
Oh.
Is it dangerous like the other one?
No, not even sort of. That's the strange part. It doesn't seem to be emanating the same kind of terrible darkness or anything like that. It's seems almost a bit misunderstood, really.
Huh. Okay. Well.
And so, as a bit of a scholar myself, amateur I admit, certainly not to the level of you, Miss Salem, I'd like to spend a little bit of time and try and figure out just what there is to understand about it. And I think we can start with figuring out where it came from.
That does make sense.
I mean, maybe we can try asking him? Mr. Store Person?
Oh, well. He'll be closing up shop for the day. I think this is the kind of thing that needs to happen over time. It's a bit of a slow burn. Most people are not willing to be as forthcoming about their grievous mistakes that they make in another person's direction on the first or sometimes even the second or third attempt at asking them.
Okay. Well, we still have to find Azarius then.
Yes, we do.
That
sounds like an excellent idea.
That sounds rather easier said than done.
He did say he would meet us here, didn't he? Or did he not? Out of character, I don't know if he did it.
Yes. Well, he didn't say he's going to meet you here. He said he's going to set up the first McTwinkies here.
Well, I suppose all we have to do is check to see if there's anybody looking to make some pretty big real estate purchases in town.
That's...
Well, perhaps we can convince... If we do happen to find him, perhaps we can convince him that the keep might be a bit of a better place.
Would
Yes.
it? That would... Well, we'd have to, like, put up a advertisement sign and all that just to say that there's a pit stop. We haven't even fixed up the...
maybe not. You're right. But it would be really good if we had the very first McTwinkies built in Grape Garden's keep. No?
I suppose that would, in the long run,
We
would
could
have
have
some
a
kind of...
McTwinkies, and then we could have like a McTwinkies to go.
Ooh. Like the kind of place you would just ride through with your cart.
Yes, exactly.
God.
It's a bit of a revolutionary idea. I don't think I've ever heard of a restaurant that you can just you can just drive up to in a cart and then leave with food. Usually it's kind of a sit-down affair and your food is cooked directly in front of you.
Yes, to just kind of pass on through
I kind of like this idea.
while driving. Yeah.
This sounds like a good idea to me.
The food would be very... Then you could get your food very fast.
We'll call it fast food.
We'll call it accelerated service. Oh, fast food also works.
I like the idea of accelerated service, but...
Accelerated service sounds eloquent. Also, I'm very concerned that people would be very suspicious about the content of food that was just fast.
Yeah, some might even think it's just simply we're just serving them a chicken that can run fast.
Might be onto something.
Would we be placing one of these,
Do you think chickens taste better if they run faster?
Well, if they run faster, then obviously they're a better breed and deserve to be
And they've got leaner muscles.
Exactly.
But the fat
This is what makes you a master chef.
But the fat's the flavor.
But would we be constructing one of these just like in the... Just a small one, just in the branching path between the keep and this town?
But we could presumably have the fast food version here in this town, but the actual restaurant and maybe another fast food version because it is a long trip.
Well, I actually think maybe the what if we gave people food that they could take places that had enchantments that made it last longer?
Wait, is that? I apologize for my ignorance, but are there actually enchantments that help food retain its freshness?
Through the power of magic, anything is possible. Through the power of Ven, anything is possible.
I believe
Things
so.
can get destroyed.
I'm not sure if there's any like spells for that in the player's handbook, but yes, that is something that would exist. Because
It's probably
it
like
makes
purify
sense.
food or water or something.
Yeah, it would be like first level spell at most. Maybe even just a cantrip, since it's just preserving food, not like cleaning it.
So they would be like maybe they could like on
Or just
this
it'd
maybe
be a
on
pretty
like
simple thing to do.
Maybe on a pallet full of like containers that would be put food into, like that would like someone would be using if they're...
God, we have a comment from the peanut gallery saying gentle repose may stop decay.
Oh my god.
Let's look this
Let
one
me
up.
look at this spell.
I'll take care of it.
So what are our
But
plans
yes.
right now? We're just standing in front of the closed magical shop
We're-
talking about...
Here we go. You touch
We're
a corpse
talking
out of a
shop here. We're talking about creating a franchise.
All right.
in D&D.
I've got this. Gentle repose is a necromancy ritual. You touch a corpse or other remains. For the duration, the target is protected from decay and cannot become undead. The spell also effectively extends the time limit on raising the target from the dead. Since days spent under the influence of the spell don't count against the time limit of the spell should raise dead. So, you can't do it on bread, but you can do it on meat.
Yes, I will say that will... If you
Make the
continue to
burgers
use that
last
spell,
longer.
you can just... Meat will just... It'll keep fur indefinitely if you keep using that spell.
And it lasts up
but
to
it
10
won't-
days.
It will not work on vegetables or bread. It will only work on meat and fish.
Well, it's a good thing this is a sushi restaurant now, isn't
Oh
it?
boy, it's like we're eating undead chicken nuggets.
So do we need to hire a cleric or wizard? So
Well, actually, I believe Gentle Repose might be a wizard spell.
it says cleric wizard spell.
Oh my god, we're hiring college graduates to work at McDonald's.
Hell yeah.
We're hiring wizard college graduates to work at McDonald's at McTwinkies.
They think it's
Oh my
this great
God.
honor.
No,
They have a
it's-
bright future ahead of them.
they're on the cusp of something big here. Something this land has never seen before.
Listen, they're getting in on the ground floor of a startup.
Yes.
Eventually,
God, I
they
can't
can
believe
become
how-
a manager. You know.
Oh my god.
It's a brilliant idea. You know, we're using the greatest things in the land. We're using the greatest ingredients we can find. We're using the finest muscles that can, like, you know, create these foods with. We're getting the greatest wizards possible to you know, help create your keep your food.
Shadow Shock, I'm sorry that we're talking
Every
about fast
day's
food.
great
Oh, no.
epic Twinkies.
I'm sorry, Shadow. I'm so
I'm sorry.
Shadow.
Oh my god.
But regardless, we should
Give me
find
a second.
Azirius. None of this can happen if we don't
Yeah,
find him.
I think that this is like we're west winging it through the town here. Like we're talking while we're making.
Yes.
We're
business
walking and
plans
talking.
while
We're walking
Yes.
and talking.
I imagine our investigation is moving at the speed of plot.
Yes. I'm so sorry,
right,
Shadow.
so
we're
Which
tri-
in our campaign's not very fast.
No, this is meant to be a fun shit posting slow burn campaign, and I'm having an excellent time talking about how we're going to open up a fast food restaurant.
So I think it's just about break time.
Yeah.
Would you like to finish this discussion first, or do you think we should just
We're
take a
good.
break?
I think that's a good stopping point for it.
Yeah,
Is us
it is.
talking about
All right.
like we're figuring out how we're going to preserve the meat for so long.
I think we should go on an adventure now and get in a fight.
All right.
Yeah.
My bow fingers itching.
We'll be back in about 15-20 minutes.